powered by Ecotech.
Hello guys, Victor here with Worldwide Corals. Today I'm going to be showing you this project that I'm working on. As you guys seen my 3-gallon Pico before on a video, the tank became very successful. It's overgrown and I completely ran out of room. So I decided to talk to my business partner, Lou and Ryan, about this bigger tank that I want in the office. They told me that I'm crazy, that I'm spending all this money and we have enough display tanks as it is. So I told them, what if I can grow some corals and then we can make extra fracs out of it, you know? And then they said, okay, but they put me on a budget. So this tank is gonna be all about doing it low budget, doing it simple. And we decided to go with a water box 105.4. So the measurements of the tank are 4 feet long, it's 2 feet wide, and it's only 16 inches tall, which I think is perfect. And we don't need a stool in order to work on it. I'm not the tallest person in the world, you know? And a lot of times when it's difficult to work on the tank and you have to get a stool, you tend to say, I'm gonna do it later, and you ended up skipping it, you know? Procrastination kicks in. And the difference is you get to do it right away. You get just to put your arm right in there and just get it over with. So that is a big one for me, because we're busy here in the office and I got the one on my desk and I got this one, and I want to take care of my own tanks. I really don't want the employees. I'm not hiring the maintenance team within Worldwide Corals. I clean my own glass, I do my own water changes, my own feeding, all of the above, except for on weekends. You know, Josh gives me a hand on Sundays when he's here. We're gonna decide not to put a protein skimmer on the tank. If we ever run into some issues with nitrates or phosphates, we can do a bigger water change or maybe throttle back on some of the feeding. The reason why I also went with this tank, it was one of the more affordable out of the display tanks that they offer, because it's supposed to be a frag tank. And we're gonna be using dry rock as well for this. I'm gonna be using some calcium media reactor for the sand bed instead of sand. It's something different that I wanna try. We got so many display tanks here at Worldwide Corals that I figure, why not try something completely different? It's not sand, it's not thick sand, it's not reborn media. I was just thinking something different. It's just thick rocks, and we'll see how that works out. So one of the main pluses on when you get a tank for water box, it comes with the display tank, it comes with the stand, it comes with a sump, and it comes with all the plumbing. And that saves you a lot of money. Believe it or not, when you start shopping for these items separately, for a stand can be very expensive when you go custom with one. A custom sump to your liking, it can be a lot of money. This one's very big. So I figured since we're not gonna use a protein skimmer, all we have to do is get a return pump, get a couple lights, one power head, some dry rocks, and just get running with it, you know? So we wanna make it a very simple method. I was thinking of doing something do-it-yourself when it comes to the auto top-off. I wanna show to people out there that they think this hobby is just too expensive to get into. It doesn't have to be all the time. So yes, we do have a plan for this tank. It's gonna be a mixed reef. I wanna be able to create some area in the bottom without a lot of flow. I want mushrooms just to spread to the rock bed, or whatever you wanna call it, you know, that I'm gonna create. And I wanna be able to, when these mushrooms they spread, I gotta be able to grab these rocks and just, hey, it's already frag. I don't have to go and cut them in a band, so I don't have to split them with a razor blade or put the rubber band method, which you put over a mushroom. So my game plan is I'm gonna do lesser corals, and I want them to grow into bigger colonies. Because everything that we do, most of our display tanks, we get so many different species of corals that all the time we see ourselves just keep on just putting more and more corals, and then when it's time for these corals to grow, we have to be finding them a new home, or they start fighting for space and they end up stinging each other. So therefore, my goal is to do, instead of putting in a normal tank like this, I will put in a good 30, 35 acroporas. I want to pick the best 8 or 10 of them. So in other words, I'm just going to make sure that they turn into colonies instead of just put too many frags. Therefore, the amount of corals that you have to buy for the tank, if you go in that route, it will make it more affordable. You can end up buying 20 frags for your entire tank, and 2 years later you got 20 colonies. And just make sure, if you do a lesser amount of corals, make sure that you're very conscious on the color of them, so you can do color contrast, the greens, your yellows, your reds, your blues. So for lighting, we decided to go with the aqua illumination with 2 of the 32 HD. The reason why we decided to go with those is the cost of them. They're very good quality. I've been to their manufacturer. They're a great product. They've been around. They're basically the people who really did the breakthrough back in, I want to see, maybe year 2009, 2010. They were ahead of the curve when it comes to LED lighting on the home aquarium. Big kudos to Aqua Illumination. They're still thriving today. Big company. For flow, we decided to go with the aqua elimination, the Neuro 5 pump. It moves up to 3,000 gallons an hour. It is plenty. I'm gonna be able to do it with just one power head. I'm gonna be doing it from the opposite end. It's kind of like a peninsula borderline, so it doesn't obstruct the view from this side. And we can control them both with the Mobius controller. The rock that we're gonna use on this tank is from Marco Rocks. We've been working closely with Marco Rock for a long time. Marco Rock in the past 3 or 4 years, they start making a lot of different type of rocks, different cuts, different selections. Since we were talking on a budget, their rock is affordable and it's one of the nicest rock as well. So what a great combo to go with. We couldn't go wrong, so that's why I choose Marco Rock. For the return pump, I choose to go with the Vectra S1 pump. It's plenty of flow. If anything, I have to dial it down a little bit. The reason why we didn't go with a more affordable or a lesser price pump, this pump has been around for many years and it's proven. It comes from a very good manufacturer, you know, from Ecotech Marine. They got a great customer service, and we just think you get what you pay for. Specific, you don't want to play when it comes to your return pump. That is the life. That's the ultimate life of your system. I got maybe a good 20 stickers already in here, but here's the infamous trash can that you guys can see. It's full of stickers. It's silly, but all these stickers, they have to go to rest. It's a beat up trash can. I keep telling Lou, he refuses to give up with it. So what I need you guys to do is, please, if you have any cool stickers, please send them to us here. Worldwide Corals, 5402 Central Florida Parkway, Orlando, Florida, 32821. Okay guys, that's a wrap. Thank you for watching today's episode. We'll see you guys on the next episode. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe below. We'll see you guys soon.